Well, for the past few days, have seen some big teams in the top four win and lose, and some have slipped and some have climbed. And now it's Gokulam Kerala's turn to make up the points in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. They play the struggling FC Areekode and will be expecting that Rajiv PA's run as head coach continues. A win will take the Gokulam into the top four position with two games to spare over SAT Tirur. Well, the lineups are out. FC Areekode has scored 7 goals in this campaign so far in 5 matches and one clean sheet in Puthi Yadavan's 5 game in charge. That means the defense needs to do well like their attack, and two changes to the starting 11. Then Fahad and Mishab are left out. In comes Abdul Basim and Saijal. No foreigners in the squad, and it is a great chance for Puthi Yadavan to test his squad at this crucial point. For Puthi Yadavan's transitions are working, and that could have led to many more goals in the previous encounter, and he will hope those misses will turn into hits. With Emerson Mitei especially impressive, Zubair also decent with long balls. Beckham Singh, this man had a fine game too, and in the absence of Misov from the squad, from the last game's goal scorer, Sahir expected to lead the line in this fluid attack. And over to the away team, Gokulam Kerala. Three changes made by Rajiv PA from the starting 11, which drew 0-0 against SAT Tirur. Rahim Osmanu gets a start today, and he is joined by Emmanuel Jeremiah, Akhil, and Alex Saji in the heart of defense. But the gaps in midfield needs to be closed by Rashid, the skipper, and Pandian. Of course, there is Lalvin Zwala, who needs to offer more in attack. And one out of the three, the front three, of course, is a familiar face. And Jeremiah still awaits a goal for his new club, and he would like nothing better than to get one against today. Well, the title win is not out of Gokulam Kerala's reach at this point of time, having 9 points gap with the leaders SAT Tirur, but they have a lot of games left to be played. A win here will pull Gokulam on top four and bridge the gap from 9 to 6. And for FC Areekode, they will be eyeing for the second win on board to enter the top three. And the title win, as I have mentioned, is going to be Gokulam Kerala's topmost priority. And they will look to defend the title. And the last season's champions. And of course, today the top three can change again. The Malabarians are outstanding favourites. The big test up next is FC Areekode. The team in red who just tasted success in their last game against FC Kerala. That was a 1-0 victory, and Shashir is scoring the winner for the side, the number 93. And Shabi Khan, the former Kerala Blasters reserves player, is going to partner him up top. It is a basic 4-4-2 from Puthi Yadavan. Vivek Tehotia keeping his place in goal. The two centre backs, Rajneesh and Ansif, remains intact in the playing 11. But a change in full back's position, where the midfield remains unchanged in Beckham Singh, Govindas, Emerson Mitei, and Zubair. And so the top two is tighter than ever, and Gokulam cast aside the doubts of their previous regime and gave reins to Rajiv PA. Make us well was the mandate, and make us play well, make us attack so that everyone takes notice, and that has happened. And the shackles are off, the creativity is flowing, and the goals are flying in. And not quite so for FC Areekode. It could be argued that in full flight they would have had enough in them to stop any team, but it has been a season where they have never quite taken off. Well, if they do that this evening, they will put a dent in the mission of Gokulam Kerala Football Club, and they intend to make a serious statement. They intend to be in the top two, which is being fought for by the top seven. But space is limited and time is ticking away, and games are rushing past, and they must make the most of the games in hand. We are off then in Kohikor with match number 42 in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. Gokulam Kerala, the one eye will be on that top spot, which is being occupied by SAT Tirur at present. Looking for an early start, an FC Areekode, and Gokulam Kerala preparing for this one on the back of a 0-0 draw. Gokulam Kerala managed to keep 2 clean sheets in their 3 games that they have played so far. Here is Jeremiah, the Nigerian. He is up against Rajneesh. Jeremiah looking for options. He's got Ladwin Zwala and Osmanu, who is present inside. That big tall frame of Rahim Osmanu, the Ghanaian, who played in the Ethiopian league for Jima Jifar before joining Gokulam, and also played in Zambia for Bulgian. He scored 12 goals in 25 outings. And he was initially part of Gokulam Kerala's Hero I-League team, which travelled to Kolkata in early January. He played the opening game, but then he was dropped from the initial team to the reserve side, and now currently they're having a spell for Gokulam Kerala in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. And Luka Matson and the new Jamaican striker travelled with the squad in Kolkata for I-League. Here is Rahim Osmanu. He scored 4 goals for Gokulam in the Durand Cup, also got a couple of goals to his name in the IFA Shield. Alex Saji, Akhil. This is the number 24 Dibin, his first start of the season. Alex Saji. The right back, Akhil. He comes from Wayanad. Lalvin Zwala. He will operate from behind. Play the role of a holding midfielder. Muhammad Rashid for Emmanuel. The challenge from behind by Muhammad Ansif. Free kick for Gokulam Kerala. This is Gokulam Kerala's game in hand, and they will look to make the most of it. We spoke about the defense of Gokulam Kerala multiple times, but when you bring it down to numbers, in FC Areekode, they have conceded 5 goals extra than Gokulam Kerala, even though the Malabarians played 180 minutes of football less than the side from Areekode. They have been part of a few entertaining draws this campaign. That 2-2 against LTS International, followed by a 2-2 against Kerala Police. Just 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses for FC Areekode. They are on 5 points, placed 5th. When will take them to 3rd above Basco. Jeremiah, a nice turn and pass to no man's land. He got to look up as well, the Nigerian, before delivering the ball, and no run was offered, and the pass was also not in the same wavelength. And got to do much better than that. And here is Rajneesh, FC Areekode's own product, and looking to play direct FC Areekode. Protecting lead always been an issue for the team in red this campaign. He was not in balance, not in control of that shot. And Mohammad Selim in a new role, slightly deep playing as a left back. Rahim Osmanu from the right hand side. The run is being continued by Lalin. He's got Emmanuel waiting in the box. And away by Ansif. Rahim Osmanu with his long strides trying to power away from Govindas, who stays strong. And Govindas brings the ball out of the danger area. And FC Areekode finding it hard to play the ball out from defense. Nishat, he's going to be the team's first choice goalkeeper. James Kittle started in the previous 2 games that Gokulam have played in. Here is Osmanu again. Jeremiah at the near side, and at the far side is Salim. Running through the inner channel on the overlap was Akhil. Over the cross, he has nicked it. They're gone out for a corner. And Saijal was the man who's nicked it. In Gokulam Kerala, a blistering start by the Malabarians. They will look to settle some early nerves. Rahim Osmanu taking this shot towards the right corner of the penalty area. Ball floated in towards the back post. In comes the header. No pace on it. An easy catch for Vivek Teotia. And now they could pile on a counter. He is 1-on-1. A defender ahead of him. He can still win it back though. An excellent shielding from Akhil. Just allowing the goalkeeper Nishad to leave his mark and collect the ball. You can see his right leg is strapped up. Maybe got off the treatment table to be part of this encounter. Rajneesh. Here the number 9, Abdul Basim, the right back. Beckham Singh. Oh, such a heavy touch. Rashid quickly capitalized by Gokulam. Salim sending this one. It's a deep cross. No one attacking the box. Ball from the right hand side. Throw in for FC Areekode. Gokulam Kerala. They entered the finals of the RAMCO Kerala Premier League 4 successive seasons, and if they manage to do it this season as well, it's going to be their 5th entry into the finals of the competition, lifting the title twice. First time in 2017. Oh, given away is a poor touch, and Beckham Singh is in on goal here, and Beckham Singh capitalized on it. It's rifled into the bottom corner. And Nishad had to stretch, but he managed to squirm it under the goalkeeper. And what a breakneck beginning to the game by FC Areekode, and they takes the lead here. What a defensive blunder by Alex Saji. And they had to pay the price in a very, very big way. And look at the goal. Beckham Singh keeping his composure. He's got Alex Saji on his neck. Still managing to hold on, keeps calm, and then placing the ball into the back of the net. Within the first 10 minutes, FC Areekode opening the scoring against the defending champions who are on the back foot, Pandian. And now they will look to move the ball around with more urgency. Dibin getting the return. Salim is a teasing delivery. And inches away was Lalwin Zwala. Rahim Osman coming in from the blind side was offside. Beckham Singh his second goal of this campaign. He scored the first one against Altius International in FC Areekode's opening game. Divins header knocks it down. It was Salim, but only for an FC Areekode player. This time there was a flying elbow from Alex. The referee saw that, and free kick for FC Areekode. He is having a tough time, the number 21. Beckham Singh and his extra pace causing a lot of problem. Beckham Singh and Gobind Das, those are the two players to watch out for from Gokulam Kerala's perspective. Free kick from 25 yards out. The number 27 on top of this. In comes the free kick, and out it goes. Too much curl on it. And Emerson Mete taking it, he got the curl. Just too much dip in the end. He was part of India's under-17 World Cup squad. Emerson, Alex Saji under pressure early on. FC Areekode pressing high. A certain desperation from the team in red, and looking to build on to the momentum which they gained in the previous encounter against FC Kerala. And now they will be looking to carry it forward. Rashid finds Rahim. Rahim Osmanu is speeding past his marker. Still Rahim Osmanu manages to stay on his feet. A corner then for Gokulam Kerala. Well, the assistant says it's a goal kick. They got to be a lot more compact, Gokulam Kerala, especially in midfield. They're leaving gaps, just allowing FC Areekode the pathway to success. Gokulam Kerala into a defensive mode right from the beginning. Works it to the channels. And now is Shahid. Last game's goal scorer. Trying to switch wings. Salim is tracking back. Nicely done. Rashid getting on the ball is Lalwinzwala. The ball is deflected to Pandian. Pandian looks up and launches it towards Salim, who broke free. Salim on his strong left side. Goalkeeper just comes out and makes himself big. The chance is thwarted. Vivek Teotia comes to the rescue for FC Areekode and almost broke free for Mohammad Salim. The first quarter, a very fast start by both the teams is becoming end-to-end. It's been deflected out. Pandian's attempt getting caught out there, and now they couldn't spring on a counter. FC Areekode, they've got a spring in their steps now. Beckham Singh, that early challenge from Pandian, and Beckham Singh completely perturbed. Gokulam Kerala trying to pinpoint FC Areekode's number 7, realizing that he is their danger man. Whenever the ball is at his feet, just giving him a few biting challenges. Despite getting such kind of treatment from Gokulam Kerala defense, Beckham Singh, the youngster, has got an extremely strong character. Emerson takes a straight run up. A disappointing take. wasteful. He's decent with set pieces, Emerson Mitei. First quarter gone here at the EMS Corporation Stadium. As FC Areekode is leading by a solitary goal against Gokulam Kerala. Whenever they conceded early this season, they never fought back Gokulam Kerala. That resilience, that trend got to be thrown out of the window if they have to make into the top two. Look at that lapse of concentration, snatched away. Emerson measuring the ball for Govindas, but Akhil got in the way at a first time clearance. Here comes the ball. Nishad, easy catch for him. Between the lines, smart pass. Lalin Zwala peels away from a couple of challenges. Finding Rahim Osmanu. Osmanu with an overhead ball over the goal. Defender misjudged the flight. Rashid getting involved. And Salim is interested. And the low cross is cleared away and just drops over Beckham Singh. A throw in Gokulam Kerala. Throw in taken quickly. Rashid controlling it. He's going to get a free kick for that. High boot from Emerson. They are desperate for an equalizer here. The Malabarians had a decent start of this season in the Hero I League. Placed second. Just a couple of points behind the league leaders, Mohammedan Sporting. About 9 points gap between them and SAT Tirur in the state league. And Dibin, he will looking to curl this one in. Dibin goes for it. In fact, it was a layoff, a tame punch. Shouts of handball. In fact, it's been given as a foul. The play stopped. A slight hint of handball. Jeremiah, he was appealing. Excellent layoff from Dibin. A timid punch. The goalkeeper Vivek Teotia just parrying it inside the area, inviting the likes of Rahim Usmanu, Emmanuel and Zwala to capitalize onto it. Puthi Yadavan, a senior man. Would ask more of Emerson Mitei, that you got to be in the hole when we are attacking. You got to take the playmaking responsibilities on your shoulder. Zubair, I haven't seen much of him in the opening 20 minutes. Gokulam Kerala slightly driven backwards, looking to get on the front foot. Now Rajneesh will take his time. They are just placed above Gokulam Kerala in 5th spot, having played a couple of games extra than the defending champions Pandyan. Touching it behind. Akhil finding Pandyan. A lofted ball for Rahim Usmanu. Saw the danger. Was Saijal. Rahim managing to hold on. Akhil. one of the most successful clubs in recent times in Indian football, Gokulam Kerala. Not justifying their name so far in this match. They are still in search of that equalizer. Dibin. He is the designated set piece taker for the Malabarians. He gets a lot of height on it. The target is Rahim Osmanu, who knocks it into the middle. And the ball is still bubbling around. The referee has blown the whistle for a foul. He's having a good season so far. And Muhammad Salim. There's still a long way to go. Gokulam Kerala. And now applying the high press. It took them nearly 21 minutes to deploy it. Just getting overzealous sometimes, which is why also giving away free kicks, committing fouls, allowing FC Areekode to settle down. Rajneesh testing it down. This time is Dibin. Akhil Chandan. This is a searching ball, but will only search the FC Areekode goalkeeper Vivek Teotia. Can FC Areekode cause an upset here in their debut season in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League? One of the 8 corporate entries. And got a bit of defending to do here for Dibin. Coming to the rescue. Controlling it second time. Shabi Khan losing out to Salim. Emerson Mitei trying a no-look pass, and that's a much safer area to do that. Beckham Singh, the goal scorer, looking to take on Dibin. He keeps it in play, just muscled away by the full back, winning this individual battle against Beckham. A good weight on the pass. Will stay in play. Mohammad Salim getting there with his pace, delivering a good cross, nodded back down. Rashid trying to set up Pandian. Stolen away by Govindas. He was alert to the danger. And now on the counter is FC Areekode. Emerson Mitei, their elite playmaker. Weak left footer in the end. Pandian's ball. Jeremiah is chasing. Jeremiah passed the first challenge. Setting up Salim. Just needed a touch. What a ball from Manuel Jeremiah. Beating Ansif for pace and then putting it on a platter for the number 32. And a golden opportunity wasted by Gokulam. The equalizer was on the cards. Rahim Osmanu controlling it. Now looking to dribble. He can dribble and sprint both. Spreading the ball out wide on the far right to Akhil. Keeps it in play. Trying to sell one dummy. The last touch coming off in FC Areekode's left full back. And now Gokulam Kerala are attacking. showing a lot more desire, taking the control of the game in their hands. And Govindas with the clearance. Uh, Gokulam's rivalry with Kerala Blasters. Both are the top two clubs from the state. And here is Lalin Zuala on his left foot. Has he nicked it? Yes, he has. So corner for Gokulam Kerala. As I was talking about their rivalry with Kerala Blasters, both are the top two clubs from the state of Kerala. And even though Gokulam Kerala has only had one battle with the reserve team of Kerala Blasters in the Kerala Premier League, there's been a rivalry in the past years though. The social media, as the club stadiums are situated in the northern and southern parts of Kerala respectively. A corner from Devon, it's a low one. A no-nonsense clearance from Rajneesh. Picked up by Shahid. Knocks it past Devon. Can't keep it in play. And so at the water break, FC Areekode must never have thought they will step into the first water break of this evening with a narrow 1-0 lead against Gokulam Kerala. Players hydrating themselves, and that magic up top not working as well for Gokulam Kerala, even though Jeremiah putting that great ball for Salim, from which the youngster should have scored. Rahim Osmanu also trying to make things happen from the right hand side, but the support mechanism towards Emmanuel Jeremiah got to be a lot more sharper. FC Areekode just near the touchline, their assistant coach Asif asking the left back to stay closer to Rahim. Don't allow him space, otherwise he'll do the damage. Dibin trying to make an early impact, getting his first start of the season. Ball pumped in and away by Rajneesh for a corner. They've had a lot of corners, Gokulam Kerala, yet to make one count. Dibin will look to earn nerve. Vivek Teotia, a change in kick taker this time, is going to be Lalin the former Aizal FC player. Lalin ball in towards the back post. In comes the header. Is off target. Alex Saji tried to head it back across goal. He's grounded it instead. The goalkeeper had that covered. Another overhead ball straight into the attacking half. The more FC Areekode plays those long balls, it's going to be easier for Gokulam Kerala to defend. Both Alex Saji and Akhil Chandran excellent in air. The only way they can put them under pressure by playing quick passes and short passes with intelligent player movement. It will be brought down. Jeremiah powering past. Is overpowered. The defender is what the referee says. and it's a foul. So just on the half-hour mark here at the EMS Corporation Stadium in FC Areekode, they are leading by that strike from Beckham Singh. Nasif is asking his players to be careful while defending. And Gokulam Kerala's rivals, Kerala Blasters, defeated them in tiebreaker in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League's final a couple of seasons back. That was Kerala Blasters' first title. They also lost to Indian Navy in tiebreaker. Indian Navy winners of the 2018 this edition. Nishad, Pandian, Rashid, and now Dibin. Not allowed to progress forward. A quick tackle. Pandian, Rahim Usmanu, one touch build up taken away by Pandian and flicks it for Rahim Usmanu, who can't get there with his long strides. Quite comfortably winning the header. Akhil, Zubair, he's been isolated in his own area, not allowing him to move forward. Here's the gap opening up again. Flabbergasted by the flight of the ball was Govindas this time. Pandian, Rahim Osmanu driving Gokulam Kerala forward, getting caught out there. Saijal will win a throw in for his efforts. Rashid, Emosan from central region, a defender with a strong challenge. Phil Chandram. This particular stadium of EMS Corporation is Gokulam Kerala's home venue, located in the Calicut city. The West Stand is the largest block and can accommodate for the most spectators. The capacity of the stadium is limited to 80,000. The Hero Senior Women's National Football Championship were being held in the stadium. Some instructions for the wall from Nishad. Can they double their lead here? FC Areekode, Shabi Khan, the Punjab boy, taking this free kick. A two-man wall set up by Gokulam. Drives it low, reading his intention, Lalinzwala. Bibin, he's got Salim ahead of him, finding Jeremiah instead. And Evans, the ball will be steered into the penalty area. Easier for the goalkeeper Vivek Teotia. His tall frame allows it to get to the ball always first. Rashid from halfway, playing it to Abdul Basul. Rahim Osmanu outside of the boot pass cut out by Govindas. Alex Saji. And now Salim trying to get to the byline. This deflection coming off him. In the end, goal kick for FC Areekode. Rajiv PA from the touchline asking his players for greater concentration and not to lose focus. There's still a long way to go in this game. Flicks it over. Divin, who will make his ground brilliantly. And Gokulam Kerala, they enjoy an on-field rivalry with another Kozhikode-based side, that is Kerala United. The first Kozi derby match took place in the group stage in 2017-18 season. Kerala Premier League, where the Quartz Calicut were winners. Upon a change of ownership, the team shifted its base from Kozhikode to Malappuram, which introduced a new Malabar derby in the Kerala Premier League. The first match after acquisition was in 2020-21. And RAMCO Kerala Premier League's semi-final. The match ended goalless and Gokulam won 4-2 on penalties. Asking his teammates to play the ball simple. Hacks it long, Rajneesh. Gokulam Kerala famed for possession football. Shouts of handball. It cost us quite a strong appeal. This time it's another corner for Gokulam. And Lalinzwala is not happy. He was asking a spot kick. Referee doesn't pay any heed to it. We are almost nearing the end of the first half. Here is the corner in the belly and a firm header from Jeremiah, rising high like a high rise in Calicut and getting the header away and beautifully placing it into the back of the net. And that's the equalizer. And the Malabarians, they are back on level terms. Excellent throw from Vibin. A knockback. And that was the previous incident. But from the corner, just inside the 6-yard box, Emmanuel Jeremiah rising at the near post and then heading the corner away firmly beyond the goalkeeper Vivek Teotia. So it's all square here at the AMS Corporation Stadium. And now the battle is going to be a lot more intriguing. There's a Group A encounter. Flagger stayed down. Goes across. Here is the cross in a dangerous area. And Govindas was getting involved. Comes to nothing though. The quality of the cross from the left hand side simply superb. Creating a lot of confusion among the Gokulam Kerala defenders. defending from front. Now let's see what they got up their sleeves. Up their sleeves. Rajneesh smacked over the top. The referee asking for medical treatment. Just a blow on the back of his head. This was the reason behind fielding two tall centre forwards right from the off to take the aerial advantage. Rajiv PA quite successful in his plan A so far. And how often do you see this a player conceding a yellow card after scoring a goal? Emerson Mitei, less than 3 minutes of regulation time left. Can they retake the lead? Emerson's delivery, there's the willing runner in Beckham Singh, high boot. And the whistle has gone. Goal kick awarded to Gokulam. Let's it run was Salim Pandian with a clumsy challenge. He played for Chennai City FC in the I-League before. The man who comes from Tamil Nadu. An injury to Beckham Singh. He's asking for first aid. And under the scorching heat, these two teams battling out against each other. They're used to playing in this kind of conditions. And Shabi Khan for FC Areekode is indicating something. Rahim Osmanu is back defending. Good curler, causing a lot of problems for Nishad. At a full stretch, the youngster, he tried to punch it, takes a massive swing at the ball. In FC Areekode's corner. Emerson away from two. Emerson in the shooting area from a tight angle has gone over. A couple of minutes added on to the regulated 45. Salim now charging down the middle. That's a great through pass for Rahim Osmanu. Rahim Osmanu checks onto his left foot, layoff for Emmanuel, but getting in the way is Abdul Basim. A very, very vital touch by the number 9, taking the sting out of that pass. Angles it towards Govindas. A quick release. The chase is on. The defender, Kill, cutting it out. Rashid, a heavy touch, quickly onto it. FC Areekode now coming forward. This time from the left hand side. Rajneesh, misplaced header. Emerson Mite, can he help his side take the lead before going into the break? Oh, nice. He sent in into the area, trying to carve open Gokulam Kerala defenders. And now here's a slight rule pass from Nalin Zola for Rahim Osmanu, who switched wings. Osmanu winning a throw in for his team. The referee is ready to blow the whistle, and that's half time at the EMS Corporation Stadium between FC Areekode and Gokulam Kerala. And FC Areekode taking an early lead to their number 7, Beckham Singh. And that goal has been cancelled out in the first half itself by Gokulam Kerala's Nigerian recruit, Emmanuel Jeremiah. So that's the half-time scoreline. Is FC Areekode 1, Gokulam Kerala 1.
ഗോകുലം കേരള എഫ്സിയുടെ ഗോൾ നേടിയത് 40-ാം മിനിറ്റിൽ ജസീം നമ്പർ 9 എമ്മാനുവൽ ജെർമിയ ഒറ്റ. റാംകോ കേരള പ്രീമിയർ ലീഗിൽ നാളെ കേരള പോലീസ് ലൂക്ക സോക്കർ ക്ലബിനെ നേരിടുന്നു. നാളത്തെ മത്സരം ലൂക്ക സോക്കർ ക്ലബും
And Beckham Singh's goal coming off Gokulam Kerala FC's defender's mistake. Alex Saji to make sure that he keeps things tight at the back. And down the line here. A run being offered. Lalwin Zwala away from one challenge, setting up Rashid, who slides and gets it all the way to Salim. Salim's crossing! Oh my word! What a chance! That ball was nodded back across goal. The goalkeeper completely missed the flight of the ball. Look at that. He's got a mean left foot. Mohammad Salim. Lalwin Zwala couldn't nod that in. Another chance goes begging for Gokulam Kerala. Emerson, heavy touch. Quickly latching onto it. Rashid. Mohammad Salim trying to accelerate. Double team. Zubair letting it run and almost letting it run into trouble. That's a great through ball. Oh, that's a big mistake from the goalkeeper. He's asking for a penalty. Lalwin Zwala's sliding attempt. Oh, well. It all started with that through ball played in by Rashid for Rahim Osmanu. The keeper slides initially. Lalwin Zwala just tried to capitalize on the rebound, skying it over the top. Osmanu was asking for a penalty. It's been turned away. It's a corner kick for Gokulam Kerala. They made a sublime start to the second half. Can they take the lead here? Here is the corner. Oh, bright idea. Setting up Pandian on the volley, who didn't make any contact. Rashid spreading it to the right. Rahim Osmanu. An outstretched challenge. Osmanu gets it back. Lobbing it for Govindas. That was Emerson Nitei. And Gokulam Kerala have a free kick now from a promising area. And he is calculating his angles. Mohammad Salim. And the two-man wall in Emerson and Beckham. And Emmanuel, he's been marked by Govindas. As Salim goes for it, look at the curl. Goes all the way across. Collected by Rashid. Low ball towards Emmanuel, who lost his footing. Now this could well be a breakaway move for FC Areekode. The goalkeeper just off his line in time. It's going to be an entertaining second 45 minute. Both the teams playing open football. Pandian is with Areekode. Nothing given. Rashid. And now Zola. Launched long. Oh, shrugs away the challenge, nodding it into his own path, puts a break on his run. Oh, it's a goal kick. He's impressed in his first start. Emmanuel Jeremiah. A goal to his name. It could have been an assist as well. A breakneck beginning. Rajneesh. Looks long. And the flag is eventually going to go up. Zwala takes it out for Osmanu. Eventually sending it into touch and out of play. Oh, not getting enough. Somehow managing to deal with it is Akhil. Saji. Laid behind for Pandian. Look at that press from Areekode, forcing Gokulam Kerala to play it quick. Rashid. The crossfield ball, looking for Salim, who will get there first. He's got Shabby behind him. And that covering man in Rajneesh stepping in at the right time. Another throw in, long one. Zola, lay off for Pandian, who shoots it wide. Goal kick given to FC Areekode. He hasn't taken a touch of any of the players. Playing with a lot of verve and energy. There's the energy of Pandian coming into play. And spraying those passes from deep. Rashid works it into the channel. Salim looks up into the box and delivers an acrobatic clearance. And not too far though. That challenge is deemed as a foul. They are desperate to take the lead. Gokulam Kerala. They've gotten the equalizer. Now they've got to show the desire to go in front. Govindas surrounded by 3 green shirts. And now coming away with the ball, Zola. Emmanuel from the edge of the area. Can he capitalize on the rebound? And not managing to do so. Hacked away over the top. And the chase is on. Blocked off by Akhil. Pandian. And the pace of the game has picked up. Switching flanks. Setting up Salim expertly, who takes it down onto his weak right side. Getting in dangerously was Rashid, but his flick on doesn't come off. A lofted ball into the feet of Zubair, who played for Real Kashmir previously. Govindas taking on Akhil. Still Govindas making room for the shot. He feinted for the shot, but eventually picking out a pass. Beckham Singh was offside. Bright idea from the Manipuri lad. The Kerala Blasters reserves product. And Emerson under pressure from Laudin Zwala, who gets his tackle in. Emerson controlling, shielding, keeps hold of the ball. Work to give and go, not working out. And they have it back. Gokulam, Rashid, surrounded by two players. Akhil Chandran, Akhil K. A controlled possession. And again sloppy in defense. Gokulam Kerala. That's a brilliant slide. He rides the challenge. Salim sent in with pace. Close to the goalkeeper. A couple of players in green made the run into the area in Lalin Zwala and Jeremiah. Zubair. No time to breathe so far. Absolutely breakneck beginning. Govindas. He's got Akhil to deal with. Govindas cutting inside. Now setting up Beckham in a crossing area. He's lost the ball. A heavy touch contributing to that. And now looking to rebuild Gokulam. Emerson has got a lot of space ahead of him. And Govindas, that was nicely laid up. And that extra touch is driving the ball out. Gokulam Kerala started their campaign with a 2-0 loss against Basco. Made a strong comeback in the next game against Altius International, and Abdullah Kanute is scoring a brace. Oh, finding brilliantly Lalin Zwala just on the edge of the 6-yard box, and the Mizo lad puts it past the goalkeeper, and Gokulam Kerala takes the lead here after going down early. They have shown a great determination. The goalkeeper could have done much better than that. But Gokulam Kerala, they are on the lead here against FC Areekode. Rahim Usmanu, an absolutely pinpoint cross, finding Lalwin Zwala just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Took a very quick shot. Excellent first touch from the Mizo lad as well. And now FC Areekode will have to chase this game. Beckham Singh allows it to run. The first 15 minutes in the second half just flown past us. Areekode looking for the equalizer. Nice flick back. Hangs it up at the back post. Govindas will keep it in. And offering support is Emerson Mitei. Emerson. Pandian jockeying him. Emerson taking a couple of steps back to create room for the cross. Keeper fumbles. Pandian. The ball just lands in front of Salim, who's got a good turn of pace. The ball slightly running away from him. They're failing to control it this time around. Rolls it down the line. Advantage only for Alex Saji. Rahim Osmanu. He's got Emmanuel in space. It's a tad too long. But Salim will get there. Kept in play. Away from one. Salim's ball. Corner. Gokulam Kerala. Bombing down the left channel. Muhammad Salim. He's been Gokulam Kerala's main outlet while attacking from the flanks. Rahim Osmanu also putting in a very decent shift from the right hand side. Can they get the insurance goal? Dibin in corner duties again. His first one resulted into that wonderful goal scored by Emmanuel. The knockback is not in play. Emerson Mitei. He's got a good turn of pace. Emerson showing his frustration. Will be booked for that. And there's the booking of Fahad Yusuf. I didn't take too kind to that. Right from the beginning of the second half, Gokulam Kerala sparked back into life. An injury concern for FC Areekode. Rahim Osmanu has got a man out wide. All the overlap was the number 36. Again, Rahim Osmanu with a challenge from behind on Zubair. A challenge from behind always calls for a card. Attacking in numbers, but they got to be careful at the back as well. Beckham Singh. He almost broke free into the area. He was covered well by Alex Saji. Still 25 minutes of regulation time left for FC Areekode to find an answer to that. Takes it away from Rashid. And now stops. Swings his left boot. What a glorious ball. Poor first touch again. There's a chance for him to rectify his mistake. There is that clipped cross. And the ball is bobbing on the edge of the box before it's been headed away by Rashid. And adding a few distance to it is Pandyan. Looking in control, Dibin. Salim. And making a run. And leaves it for Rashid. All those nice little triangles. All those quick 1-2s. Catching eye. Rahim Osmanu. He's got so much strength, and outside of the boot, the ball won't find Dilal bin Zuala. Gokulam Kerala operating in fourth gear. Emerson. He's got a lot of options, and that's a great through ball for Beckham Singh. And Gobind Das is interested. Beckham involved again. Emerson just went over him. Rahim Osmanu asking for it is Zuala, who will drift into the channel, trying to take Ansif out wide. Drag him out of his area, create space in the middle. In case Rahim Osmanu decides to make a late run. Shabi Khan. Oh, that's nasty. From Akhil. Shahid has been kept quiet so far. Those two strikers for FC Areekode up top are finding it difficult to find each other. It hasn't been easy so far against the likes of Akhil and Alex. The players warming up, and Gobind Das looks unhappy. This time the handball decision going in against him. Rashid, Salim, on the overlap is Dibin. One way then the other. Oh, nicely done there. Dibin wanting to get the return. Made an interesting run. Mohammad Salim. Holding off a challenge. Emmanuel Pandyan. Working it into the left channel. Finally, time to breathe. Some respite for FC Areekode defenders. Pressure from Gokulam Kerala have been relentless in the second half, and he is limping Shahid. A change might be needed for FC Areekode. They've got the likes of Abdul Hanan Hamid for option. It's the number 14, Fahad Zabir, replacing Shahid.
Substitution for Football Club Areekode. This number 93. This number 93, Zakir, replaced by this number 14, Fahad Zabir.
Closing from the front. Pandyam again, advancing into the FC Areekode area, getting in a challenge of good measure, and also winning a free kick. And FC Areekode completely rattled by Gokulam Kerala's fast-paced start. And Mohammad Salim again. Having a short discussion with Akhil. Govindas and Shabi Khan making up the wall. Good weight on it. Rahim Osmanu's header. Not on target. A few words being exchanged between Alex and Rahim Osmanu. Alex just telling him, you should have left it for me. Emerson Mitei has found a gap. And now falls here for the number 14. Good reflex action save from Nishant. Now the ball sat up perfectly for Fahad. Now again sloppy defending. An excellent reflex action save. Dives onto his left side and pushing it behind for a corner. And almost getting caught on the break. Gokulam Kerala. A floater comes in, away by Zwala. Only as far as Zubair. FC Areekode will look to keep it alive. They have realized that Gokulam Kerala are up there for the taking. Zubair makes the wrong choice. Rahim Osmanu just dragging 3 players onto him and then releasing it to his teammate who is in space. Attracting a lot of players towards him whenever he is on the ball. Ghanin. Oh, once again, almost in heavy touch. Smacked over the top. Rahim Osmanu driving forward. There's the layoff. Chance for Pandya, and this time it is 3-1. The third time lucky. The lad from Tamil Nadu and the former Chennai City FC man has made it 3-1 for Gokulam Kerala. And that might also have taken a nick. And just a faint touch. And Kiwi Zimami will be coming in. Rahim Osmanu teasing and tormenting NFC Areekode down the right side. And referee has also given a drinks break. The final drinks break of the day. The Group A encounter. Gokulam Kerala heading towards their second victory of the season. That will take them to 7 points. That will keep them in top 4. They will promote a couple of steps up from 6th to 4th. They are disjointed in FC Areekode. Rahim Osmanu making way for Kiwi Zimami, and Jeremiah also been taken off.
Replaced by jersey number 10, Kiwi Zimami.
And Gokulam Kerala in the last final 15 minutes will look to extend their lead further. They have hit the nail on the head. And that's a free kick. And FC Areekode having it in their own area. Rashid. Look at that service from Rahil. Osmanu again. Cross from Akhil, finding Zuala. Can he get the shot away? No, he can't. He takes a tumble instead. Govindas. Give and go working out. First time ball, good curler. Fahad couldn't quite control it. What a ball from Emerson Mitei. Sometimes unconscious at the back. Gokulam Kerala. And they already had to pay the price in the first half. And they do not want a repetition of that in the second. We've got 2 goals cushion, and this time robbed away by Govindas. Govindas breaking towards the edge of the area, making room for the shot. In it comes, straight at Nishad. An excellent display from FC Areekode. Kiwi Zimami. Jersey number 38, that is Munir, replacing Saijal.
Jersey number 89, Saijal replaced by jersey number 38, Munir.
Kiwi. A nice body swerve there from Dibin. Pandian puts it behind the defense line of FC Areekode in the final third. He's been confronted by Abdul Basim. And now Rajneesh with the attempted clearance. And not getting great distance on it. Is being retrieved by Gokulam Kerala. Alex Saji using all his experience in the locker. Again, a sensational ball. Adjusting it down into his own path. Added too much weight on it. 36 Akhil. Just galloping forward. And these two combined really well. Rahim and Akhil. Emerson. clearing the first man in defense. Govind Das was asking for a foul. The referee not interested. Pandian knocks it for Kiwi Zimami. Kiwi Zimami has got Lalinzuala in the middle. Also arriving is Abdul Rashid. Brought down Salim. Free kick Gokulam Kerala. Kiwi Zimami over this free kick. Can Gokulam Kerala gate their fourth this evening? Second half, they have literally steamrolled FC Areekode. Kiwi Zimami's attempt, a routine save for Vivek Teotia, who's been beaten thrice in this match after keeping a clean sheet against FC Kerala. And now infield for Fahad. There's the run down the right. Fahad also making his presence into the area. Can't get it out of his feet, but he will draw a free kick in his favour. Beckham Singh. Beckham Singh. Can he curl it like David Beckham? Here's the question. Can he get his third of this campaign? Can he do it like his namesake? Here goes Beckham and almost did a David Beckham. Beckham Singh, what a take. And he's hurt himself, Nishad. My goodness me, what a strike. And nearly the second goal for FC Areekode. Look at that. Applying the right technique. And the Manipuri lad. Deepak KM. Here comes in Abdul Basim. Has been replaced. A fresh leg injected by Puthi Yadavan. Had that free kick gone in, could have been the last 5-6 entertaining minutes. Despite conceding 3 goals and trailing by 2, they have not pegged back in FC Kerala. Instead, they're stepping up and trying to take the game to Gokulam Kerala. They've not stayed in their shell. Instead, they are trying to respond. Oh, lost it out in a danger area. Beckham saying, nothing given. 4 minutes of regulation time left. Beckham Singh and Emerson Mithai, highly entertaining this evening. Here is the former. Play called back again. And after making a slow start to their campaign, Gokulam Kerala, they are slowly and steadily gaining pace. And time for Omri Beard, the Trinidadian, to get some minutes. And the scorer of the second goal, Laudin Zwala, makes way for him. That's the instruction from the touchline, 4-3-3. Here Rajiv PA is going to continue playing 3 up top. He wants more goals. Emerson, still Emerson, losing out to Pandian. A quick release. And now Osman Rahim, he is on the run, finding Kiwi Zimami infield. Baird over the top. Here is Kiwi Zimami, saved by Vivek Teotia. And the flag stayed down, and he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The player from Nagaland. And right from the doorstep, couldn't make it 4-1. They have breached the FC Areekode defense time and again in the second half. Rashid, a change in corner taker now. A ball delivered, ricochets off Omri. Just a minute of regulation time left. The Group A now started to intensify. Gokulam Kerala feeling the brunt of defending the title. Omri Baird, a nice exchange, and away by Fahad Salim. Still Salim, 2 players with him. He skied it over. Less than a minute left.
Added time 4 minutes.
4 minutes of stoppage time. Still chance for Gokulam Kerala. And now inside the box, Rahim Osmanu, a unmarked header. He was left absolutely free, Kiwi Zimami. And with absolute expertise, he makes it 4-1. It was done and dusted for Gokulam Kerala. The second half has been goals galore. It's all over now for FC Areekode. Rohim Osmanu
ഗോകുലം കേരള
with
ഗോൾ
his
നേടിയത്
second assist
ജേഴ്സി നമ്പർ 10
of this
ടിബു
evening,
ഹിമോമി സമയം 90+1.
setting up Lalin Zwala inside the box with a low cross, and now Kiwi Zimami converting that header of Rahim Osmanu's cross. Out wide, Salim, he will now look to get into the act. Sustained pressure from Gokulam Kerala. They are eyeing for the fifth one. If they manage to score more, it will boost their confidence after playing out that 0-0 with SIT Tirur, who are leading in Group A in terms of points. The ball swung in from outside. It's a goal kick for Areekode. They also put up a decent show, apart from those lapses in defense. Just too much quality in the end, which made all the difference. Pandian again. Pandian searching like a raider. Beautifully scooped for Salim, who gets his head onto it. Last few seconds left. Can they pull one back and make the scoreline respectable? FC Areekode. Salim, Omri with a faint touch for Pandian with that adventurous ball. And that's the full-time whistle. It's a commanding victory for Gokulam Kerala. After going down early, they fought back.
The final score.
What a remarkable result for the defending champions.
Areekode 1.
Emmanuel, Zwala, Kiwi, Pandian all got on the score sheet, and it ended 4-1 in their favour, and the win taking them to 7 points from 4 matches. And they enters the top 4 with this victory. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
player of the match, Alex Raji, jersey number 21, Gokulam, Kerala, FC. Then Sandosh Trophy Tarum, Tamil Nadu captain, MC Ashraf, Memento Sammanikan. Memento submitted by Mr. Ashraf, former Tamil Nadu captain and state Tamil Nadu state player, Mr. Ashraf. Player of the match, Alex Raji, jersey number 21, Gokulam, Kerala FC. Thank you, Mr. Ashraf. Thank you, Mr. Alex. RAMCO Kerala Premier League in Kerala Police, Loka Soccer Club in the North Loka Soccer Club, Kerala Police in the middle.